My name's Tina, and I came from California. My father was a pastor at a huge multi-million-dollar church, and he exposed the church for being corrupt, and then we moved from Southern California to Northern California, and the devil got a hold of him when that happened, and I did not grow up in a Christian home. My parents never talked to God, really. He did read the Bible, but they didn't teach me about God. And our home was not a safe, loving home. It was full of chaos. And I was broken and lost and rejected. And they got a divorce when I was about 9 years old. They started getting a divorce. And I met a boy at the same time that I thought was cute, and I wanted attention from a boy, and he did pay attention to me when he had nothing better to do. He would come around every so often, but he also had other girls around, and that lasted for several years. He was my first kiss, and then after being passed out drunk one night, I ended up pregnant. He told me that he never loved me, and that I should get an abortion, and he had another girl pregnant, and he was going to be with her. So I was just devastated and lost and broken, and I went to Planned Parenthood. They told me how I could get an abortion, and I didn't even need to tell an adult. So I went ahead and started that process. I didn't want to. I wanted to keep my baby. I was 15. I had just turned 15. And I didn't want to. But I felt like I really had no other choice. I was just really lost. So I went ahead. My best friend went with me because I didn't want to go. And she went in the room with me and held my hand the whole time. When I arrived at the clinic, it was cold and really downcast. There was other girls in the clinic, and it just felt like a spirit of death in there. I didn't want to be there. I wanted to run, but I just felt trapped. So I went ahead and went into the room, and the doctor didn't really talk to me except to give me instructions. And my best friend held my hand while I cried the whole time. I could feel my child being ripped out of me and sucked into a tube. And then afterwards, I wanted to die. I did try and kill myself. I had no hope. And then after that, I started using drugs and drinking and just very self-destructive, and that was horrific. I was in the worst pain and had a lot of bleeding for several days. And I was just devastated after that. And I really wanted to die. And I did try and kill myself, but was not successful. And then my life went down a spiral, and I started using drugs and just very self-destructive. When I was 15, I met a much older man, and we stayed in an inappropriate, controlling relationship until I was 21. And when I was 21, he went to prison, and our relationship ended, and that was a godsend. After that, I met my husband, and we started in. We're both really broken. Both of us were really broken, but we did stay together the whole time, and we ended up getting baptized together on April 6th of 2008. And I was a lukewarm Sunday Christian for a while, and I did start praying for God to make me more like Jesus. And then in 2017, I had a life-changing event, and that's when God started to really work on me and change me, and that's when I gave him my whole heart. And ever since then, he has been healing me. God is healing me. He's been so gracious to me. He's given me 3 of the most amazing children. And my youngest is 17. He's almost an adult. I have a 20-year-old and a 21-year-old daughter and 2 boys. And he allows me the privilege and honor to be a foster mom. If anybody would have told me I could keep my baby, I would. There's a way. There's always a way. And people will help you. And that there's programs and funding to help you. And even if you don't keep the baby, you can allow someone else the gift of a child and still be able to be in your child's life. I just want to tell young women, all women, that there is a way, and don't let anybody make you feel like you're unworthy. And I want to say to my daughter in heaven, I love you and I'm sorry.